Alright, today we are going to go over a distance, rate, time exercise. And so the problem here is that there are two cars, cars A and B, and they leave at the same point at the same time. They're traveling in opposite directions. Car A travels 15 miles per hour faster than car B. In 4 hours, the two cars are 380 miles apart. What is the speed of car A in miles per hour? Okay, so there's a few things I want to go over here. The first thing we need to know is rate times time equals distance. So this is something you should know, is that rate times time equals distance. And so, okay, so this doesn't. So rate times time equals distance. And let me explain that to you. So that's, rate is always in something like miles per hour. So you can write that as a fraction, miles per hour. And time is typically hours. You know, if they're not the same, then you'll convert them. And then distance will be something like miles. And now why do miles per hour times hours equal miles? Now this is something I want to explain. It's very, very useful. So if we had a fraction like 5/4 and we multiplied that by 4, what would that equal? Well, you can see that the tops and bottoms can cancel, and you can write 4 as 4 over 1. And then these terms would cancel, right? You can always cancel the top and the bottom. So the 4's would cancel, and you'd just be left with 5, or 5 over 1, right? You could write it as 5 over 1, but that's just 5. So we see that the same way with words, you can see that hours cancels, right? So you have miles divided by hours. And it's the same thing as 5 divided by 4 times 4. The 4's cancel and you get 5. The hours cancel and you get miles. So rate times time equals distance. And you can always write these things out and solve them for yourself just to check. So this is something you have to believe, is that rate times time equals distance. So now let's set up the problem now that we have that under our belt. So I like to draw a picture, and I really recommend that you draw a picture. So I'm going to start. We have two cars. They're both at their starting point. And after 4 hours, they are 380 miles apart. So we have two cars. They both start at the same point. And after 4 hours, they're 380 miles apart. And so you have to believe that the distance the white car travels plus the distance the green car travels is 380 miles. So what's the distance of each? Well, looking at the word problem, car A travels 15 miles miles per hour faster than car B. So and we also want to know the speed of car A. So I always like to name X as the thing we're solving for. So what is the speed of car A in miles per hour? So X is going to be the speed of car A in miles per hour. So that means the distance, using our formula, rate times time equals distance. Rate times time equals distance. We said the rate of car A is x, the time is 4 hours, so the distance is 4x. So let's fill that in our picture. So we said car A, let's call the green one car A. So that's going to be 4x, okay? And what do we know about the speed of car B? Is that car A travels 15 miles per hour faster than car B. So let's make sure we do that right. So we know the rate of car A is x, right? So the x is the rate of car A, and A goes 15 miles per hour faster than car B. So x minus 15, because should be the rate of car B, because A is 15 miles per hour faster than car B, and x is the rate of car A. So x minus 15 should be the rate of car B. And again, with rate times time equals distance. So if the rate of car B is x minus 15, that's x minus 15. And this is also going for 4 hours. And well, that equals, you can either write it with the parentheses or without, but I'll write it, that's just 4 times x minus 15. Okay, so let's add that into our picture. 4 times x minus 15. So what did I say before? So now we have all our information, and we said the rate of car B plus the rate of car A should equal 380 miles per hour. So we can make an equation. This plus this equals this. And then we just solve it like a normal algebra problem. So let's write all these things down. We already have the rate of car B. So we said the rate times time, this is rate times time of car B plus the rate times time of car A, which we said here is 4x. So these are distances. We're adding two distances equals 380, right? Because according to the problem, in 4 hours, the two cars are 380 miles apart. So this distance plus this distance should be 380 miles. That's the distance they are apart. And now because we named x, remember we named x the speed of car A, and that's what we're solving for. So let's solve for x, and we'll have the speed of car A. So we get 4x minus 60 plus 4x equals 380. And now we add 60 to both sides and combine the x. We'll get 8x equals 440. And can you tell me in your head what 8 divided by 440 is? Well, the way I like to think about it is that 8 goes into 45 times, and it goes into 44 5.5 times then, because half of 8 is 4. So if 8 divided by 44, or 44 divided by 8 would be 5.5 and add an extra 0. So I'm guessing that x equals 55. But again, always check these things on your handy calculator because it's so easy to. So let's do that. Let's do 440 divided by 8 equals 55. Hey. And so what is this? X is the speed of car A. So that's 55 miles per hour. Remember that. But we're only going to enter 55 into the course. So let's take a look. 55 and see if that's correct. Correct. And so they give us a little explanation here. And that's actually very helpful. So that is how you do the distance rate problem. And please feel free to email me or call me if you need any more help at all.